To the listeners and supporters, fans, today we tell God Almighty or Allah Subhanahu wa Taala boku thank you. Because today na Tuesday, April 23, 2024. Of course, as usual, Linda Kutubu Koroma, the presenter. But first, what I want to ask for do now, I want to follow me now. I want to share the program. I want to comment because it's very, very important. Let the comment that they show say yes, I did do well, or mistake they now we need for correction. But above all, we need for subscribe. One build the YouTube page that Kutubu Koma YouTube page 1 billion up. We really 1 billion up. 1 billion up. Yeah, if anything else, these are the two things I want to do. Una follow me, and then una subscribe to the YouTube platform. Like I say, today we tell Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, we tell God thank you for another beautiful, beautiful and blessed day. We don't come. I don't craft the topics that we are see. First, number one, Sidi MOHAMED TUNIS in comment to make about future SLPP leadership business. Seriously, Landy. We go to number two. When you get a leader with very considerate, you see in people that plight, what they do. We see waiting the Senegalese leader, this new leader, Mr. Bashir, what he don't do. He scaled back on the independence anniversary. He scaled back. As a matter of fact, what we see is so unprecedented. But we'll get to that. We'll discuss what he do. You listen for reflect reality that he do. We'll talk by God power. We'll talk about that. Number three, we also go talk about that the Chancellor within Germany. Angela Merkel will talk about her. What you don't, what they talk about, wait people that when their offices they are when they can hold their perception about them. We go tell now what you don't know since the common office what they do. Number four, we also very important. We go now and they begin send a message to the incoming president for the Salon Bar Association. And me ask what you go do because lawyers in a salon, may go if you want to say 98% of them not to lawyer them because of the things the way they do. We'll talk about. But now let's go to the first one. We talk about Tunis and waiting. You don't talk. We're talking clean before I do the program. I go to all of the platforms them, I read them, I look them, and I go, make a couple of calls them. I mean, certain stories them where I see, I go call, therefore confirm them. Say yes, that's true. If it's day of national importance, then we go bring them out. We go, like I say, I go analyze them. I will comment on them. And that make this my own platform here very, very unique. When I should say issues, comments, and analysis. My own program not to the regular thing they want to see that the WhatsApp pages. So because like I say, one of the things that way I want to help me quickly promote that the WhatsApp page them. And the way when they help me follow come that the WhatsApp page them, when I get for can help me. Follow build this platform here soon. And you know they do by subscribing to the YouTube. And as soon as I come on Facebook Live, let una begin share. See the Tunis, I see they talk about SLPP leadership. But of course, I know now saying that the future leadership they talk about. Not to now, because obviously by the same thing where he writes, he continue for express his support for the current, leader, Julius Madabio, they throw his support behind now. But by what you read, the indices now, now the post Julius Madabio presidency now they talk about the leadership, what happens. And this is where exactly me they come in, exactly. And they come in with this, and then piggyback on the fact say, Julius Madabio say that in the father of democracy. And now they be saying we don't even get big trouble with them. Then we chiefs them, then big people them. Then the big people in the SLPP. In fact, today I just see another newspaper them. So I newspaper them. You know, waiting they don't put there about them. The trouble we don't get because you don't fit here. Then then big people them. So, Mr. Tunis, by waiting I read, they talk about the leadership na SLPP. But actually, waiting me believe say they talk about not to the current leadership now. Now the post Julius Madabio leadership now they talk about what will happen. Now this is where I come in with me on analysis as to what will happen. And I they go back to waiting Julius Madabio talk, and we get him supported by David Senge, where he say in a father of democracy. Granted, Julius Madabio Nana the father of democracy. No, take up. No, get the benefit of that. Even though there are a lot of caveats, some of you not go accept that narrative, saying Nana father of democracy. Obviously, no. Because like I said yesterday, the only father of democracy the women know, that Nigeria and Ghana they mean. One Ghana, the late General Afrifa will be hand over power, give a civilian government. 1970, we then bring Mr. Kofi Buzia, Dr. Kofi Buzia in as prime minister after the non-hold election, and they'll go to Nigeria. This man Salami Abubakar, we hand over, we organize elections, we then bring Obasanjo in office. These are the people that we are going to talk to. If they talk of father of democracy, now they really make. I go because I don't read about them, I see them, I follow them and everything, I follow. But again, like you say, now give Julius Madabio a credit there, little bit. No, give a small window of opportunity. See, now in a father of democracy. Now, how what he will do for consolidate Dandy? Here are the indices. One. Information say enough first nobody over the party. Do like what we see na APC 2018 and 2023. No. As a matter of fact, SLPP for even go to call primary because SLPP actually want to hold on to the credentials and say then a democratic entity, they forget a primary. Where all man they go run first for the primary. Virtually now every side of the country, they forgot it. Because the reason why they talk so, we know they run a parliamentary democracy, not a parliamentary democracy they run. We need to make this distinction very clear. They run a presidential system. Now in a parliamentary democracy, now we're not going to convention no imagine but this. The candidates they get for gold. Everybody get for gold. Throughout the country they get for even they get what you call debates them. So at the end, who that win? Now the primaries them where they go hold. Now him then will be the presidential. Now only that same day, Julius Madabio will come inside for support the nominee. But there should be nothing like in anointing somebody as a nominee. We need for fight that day, and some of we go use the potency of social media for sensitizing psychological attitude of SLPP voters. They not tolerate that from anybody. Let impose no candidates by the party. Let everybody go out here and this some of we go to preach now say there has to be a primary. Let them go primary. After that, democracy that day. Power from the people by the people and existing with the legitimate consent of the people. Now the only any democracy where they go, they don't go annoy somebody, not a democracy that the unrest, the rancor, the recriminations, and all that they see so now because of that where the process not open. So I want to tell Tunis boku thank you. In other words, what Tunis they do so, now a message it is saying, that the post Julius Maada Bio and the presidency, whoever get for succeed them, get for be the one where get the support of the majority of the voters, not to at a party convention, no, the party conventions they want not to now fast than it. Because what thing can happen, the people they go and bribe people then. But when it be a national level, where you they go from place to place, it will be very hard for let anybody go bribe everybody in the whole country don't want for you candidate. The only time where Julius Maada Bio for support any candidate that it will be after they don't hold the primaries, and now some of you go begin to preach. Because that is what we see in this country also. That we see now. My own argument has always been where you in a place, you they carefully look at what they happen there, and then what you do, you extrapolate what they happen there. They send an your country. That's the advantage that we're in a place. You know, go there in a place, you see good governance, you see everything, but then in your country they support bad governance. For example, today where at the talk so Donald Trump then a court today in New York, then a court in New York. We need for make sure say we leaders and we politicians, we also need for hold them accountable. When the law for them panel, now they talk say, oh now witch hunt, now tribalism, now the absolute nonsense. Now they talk them say they. You get Salionians and where they follow what they happen. Every Salionian where they America now they follow what they happen. You know say Donald Trump then a court today. Why he didn't a court? He didn't a court because the citizens of the United States think say he don't breach, he don't violate laws. So he's been asked for take responsibility for them. When he go inside the court today, he not go inside the court as a former president too. He not go inside the court on a statesman. No. When he go, he sit down, he not go talk, he not go do anything for disruptor or else he go be guilty of contempt of court. And that could even make up a candidate for let us say and go jail. That now the beauty and majesty of a country where believe in the rule of an independent judiciary, a fearless judiciary, a judiciary where they hold every citizen accountable. That made this country out there before. Now make America not go for them. One for begin see that in Africa, but in particular in Salon, the government charge people of treason, and that's by Koroma, now one of them. Waiting the system do. The system permits the man for walk away from that. The system allowed the man for walk away with all kind of nebulous excuses that where they give. Excuses whether the whole water. That's the society will get people that they where they above the laws and people that they above the riches of the law. That's the Salon society. Now make we be like I say. Not to elections they determine a nation in progress. Not to election. Elections are just mechanisms. They are just a means for them people to get into power. But the real democracy, the real the rule of law, and when people they submit to what the laws and say, and when the laws them, all people them accountable. Donald Trump is being held accountable today. Every Salionian where they inside United States today, no say Donald Trump in a court in New York. Just one of series of cases that we get, series of cases them. And nowhere not anybody go talk say now a witch hunt dandy. Or where the man is statesman. They not gonna call no statesman no day. Statesman no day. The law of the country big past anybody na ya. The laws of the United States big past Joe Biden. Outside Joe Biden sit down so na the People's House. Now 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now the People's House Randy. Not to get her. Now the citizens of the United States gather house. So sit down there where they get says sit down at this office here and they sleep yonder. Now the people they get up. And I honor a privilege. And this is what we need for that with politicians, and they know. Say holding office is an honor, a privilege. Honor, a privilege, not to birthright. Some of you will never accept that entitlement. And on this score again, Julius Madabio for no say the case, the treason case now, not to a treason case against them, no, now against the sovereign nation of Salon. The treason case now against the sovereign nation of Salon, not to a treason case against Julius Madabio. Oh no, that's just out of the question. So if I be treated like that a case against Salon, so the commodity and by Kuruma common as Salon, when through the acquiescence of this government here anyhow look at, and with the gross personal incompetence of the so-called Attorney General, who will get, all we can conclude that I say, this is not a deliberate and concerted effort for undermine the rule of law and justice, because it's one thing about justice. Justice is colorblind. That made they call her Lady Justice, is colorblind. Justice don't know nobody. You know they defer to nobody. And justice is equal. That made they call her equal. Law equal justice. That's what they call her. So on this thing where Tunis talk about the caveats where me gets now, yes, I support them in the sense that the SLPP leadership where they come, not to one that way anybody for take for granted say, oh, now me go get for be the leader. No. There's got to be nothing like that. We resist that. We go resist them. Anyhow it go, we go resist them. The person we get for emerge as a leader, now the one that where the SLPP people then are Salon vote for him in the primaries, and that some of you will get for me talk about. Not to put out 2-3 people that you get and Ibale, no more they go make us say no, now you know the candidate. No. We don't pass this stage, we don't go accept them. And like I say, if Julius Madabio want let we take what he talks and a father of democracy, he can forget an open mind about this. Now one vote in get one vote. He not get multiple votes them. And we not allow multiple votes then, one vote. After they don't do the primaries done, they don't decide on who that forbid the SLPP presidential candidate. Then he can come in now for help support the candidate, for campaign for them based on a record set. This is why then 2 tweets here we talk about now say Julius Madabio in greatest enemy now that time enemy now time in the sense what you go try to do very quickly for turn things them around very quickly. For example, that money where they that $292 million where they not approve, what you need for do now, you need for let them begin break grounds for that electricity. Let them begin break grounds for the electricity in the country. Because they not go want during the election time, they begin say, oh, electricity not in this country. Even though one was an APC black card go na Salon 1980, where they use all the money for host a failed OAU. But then they don't go look and so. And you know they get SLPP people who go they come for the talk then 3 day. Yeah, they go put all panel now. So what you need for do? You need for the break ground, they need for the break ground now. And when the people that begin to do the work, you need for they hang around, you need for they make a talk, you need for the day. You need for spend enough time that the country they go around. You know, like this agriculture where they don't because where it talks say feed the people them, not in order for this slogan or rhetoric, it get for actualizer. They I do bobo them where they na feature, where they do nothing. When they push the depa, where they kill themselves, they need now for try for find ways and means that they, make sure say then they back up like where they do something where they go help themselves. So this is the first part of the topic today. We can talk about waiting see the Tunis talk and like I said we support her. So as I go to number 2 now, I the ask that for Lona share again. I the ask that for Lona comment. I the ask that above all for Lona subscribe to the Kutubu Kuruma YouTube platform. Now the next thing we like owner the say and we that Kampula and Alona see we with the catch up on number 2 now. We're going to talk about what is it? Yes, number 2, what they can't talk about now. We talk about the new president. Na na Senegal na I call the guy but Basu, you know, something like what he don't do. Yesterday or whatever it is, that be the Independence Day of Senegal, whatever it is. What he do is so scale them down. It's so scale them down because I follow whatever celebration they do now inside inside the palace that they go out. We just see the guard of honor, and of course, you know, they do really and that. But not to anything way lavish, way ostentatious or opulent, not to that they do. They scale and down. They scale and down for reflect the economic reality. They scale and down. They scale and down. We not see no ostentatious display of anything. As a matter of fact, as soon as you don't go Nado outside, he inspect the guard of honor, you know, then say it, he go inside back. The thing not done. It don't done. We not see any elaborate, you know, thing where they put any, you know, about big thing when that expenditure, because when they go through hard times, the African countries, even here they place how they say when they go through hard times them. But the actions of the people that when they power, the governments they get for reflect reality. When I not go they talk, say let people they tighten their belt, but una they live very fat, una they live covetously at the expense and starvation and the detriment of the country, or una they involved in a white elephant projects them, where not they bear no fruit, when a wasteful expenditure. The hope now is waiting on happen at Senegal. The bio administration go look and see what will happen for this independence celebration when they come this Saturday. Yes, you go finally will celebrate independence, but this can for be done within reality. This get for be done within reality. The country get for take into account. The administration get for take into account the waiting the face people they now. As we even though yes they say they don't crack the matches, they don't really like it, but that not to in order also to they look for long term. We know they look for bad aid just because people they don't make noise about that. Enough for take any administration for let people they make noise before they bring lights in the country or they bring water. So waiting now therefore happen, like we say, waiting not happen at Senegal. The way they celebrate the independence, the hope is that the administration will do. Cut down on expenditure, cut down on enjoyment, cut down on entertainment. Let it just be merely just be the whole down to the barest of minimums for reflect reality. Because people are crying. Because if people that say things are hard for them, they don't go here to buy one bag and one bag so almost surpass a salary, then they're unnecessary activity there for reflect dandy. It's supposed for reflect dandy. There has to be sympathy and empathy for people there. That get for daily. And again, I go talk again. Julius Madam, you get for cut down on the overseas. Excuse me. It get for cut down on the overseas visitor. It get for cut down on them. Anyhow, look at you get a foreign minister, you get a vice president. They get for cut down on this because presidential trip, not even like American also, not to play down it, because it involve elaborate protocol there. It involve a lot of financial expenditure. Because where you go, when a leader go, it get for be accorded the full panoply of state protocol. It get for care aids, they go with them. It get for care this, you get for them. So there are certain things they it go finally the president designate people there. The vice president can do and the question they do now. And I tell God thank you, we don't begin seeing now. We don't see the vice president not begin go. We don't know something that the Now the bombard the administration say the vice president says for the go. We gladly because I don't see another 2 countries in that way. You don't go. We take it. And also waiting there for happen because if the president don't come up with this job of chief minister, where some of you say it's not even necessary for lady, the holder of that office they get for now is get for stay home now. Let it work with the cabinet people, then they begin to supervise them. Not to even pleasure for they make the diplomatic foray. Then at this country, they go talk foreign affairs, they go talk this, they go where if I not even grounded in foreign affairs. We get a foreign minister. Some of you go continue for scarce this. Not to David Senge in your country for they go from one country to the other. No, not to that. Not to your but we don't go accept that day. We go raise with voice about that. We will make the administration know. In your job now for for make sure say the president in agenda in program them where they have been executed by the cabinet ministers and they are done. Then they talk about benchmark them, performance review. Now in your place that for steady, they monitor waiting the cabinet people that they do. Because waiting matter you need to understand that, yeah. John when they talk in America, they say the buck stops here. The citizens are not going to hold any of the appointees them accountable. The citizens are not going to hold any of the appointees them accountable. Who do they get for hold accountable? The president. Why? Now they elect. Who do they get for hold accountable? The president. Why? Now they. Therefore, the president get for make sure see a eyes they on the people them. He don't, like we said, he don't bring this position of chief minister, which is fine. Some of we believe say the job of chief minister in a presidential system of governance, we don't need them because, for example, we get a secretary to the president, we get a chief of staff. As a matter of fact, the president says he can't go there. One army officer and he can go chief of staff. You get all of the secretaries there, so, and you also get a vice president. But if all that again, the president bring that job of chief minister, well, okay, you get the benefit of that. But they get for be fully utilized, so that the citizens they go get their money's worth. They go get their money's worth. It's not just enough for create a whole lot of bureaucratic layers there. No. Ministries they overlap. In fact, waiting the need for do now. When it is shuffle, let us see if he can condense the government, the administration. It's too large. America, country 15 ministers in there. Country. America will get up to 100 ministers. They will get that there. But what they look for now the performance review, efficiency. I mean, this bureaucratic business here, one ministry, they go inside out that ministry, one ministry, we don't need all of those. So, like use that Senegal experience where this new man we don't come from what you don't see. He don't do 2 things now with the cabinets where he appoint a very lean, he not appoint a big cabinet. That a lean cabinet he appoint. How many deputy ministers? And they just 5. Lean cabinet, then they only go. For the purposes of functional simplicity and administrative convenience, it can able to work with that. Because these are hard times. Not only Salon hard times, the hard times they hit everywhere. So the government they get for cut the fat come up, they get for tighten the belt. And if they say let citizens they tighten their belt, they say get for do that. They get for do things that we go reflect that. We go reflect that day. The actions they get for reflect the legitimate aspirations of the citizens. And waiting at that day. Now how they manage the economy. They get forget what you get priority. You get in economics, you get what you call opportunity cost. Economics 101, it teaches them the opportunity cost. There is a big difference between what you need and what you want. What you want, not for take a priority over what we need. What we need now in a salon, for almost 24 hours around the clock, 7 days electricity. 24 hours around the clock, 7 days electricity now in a salon. Totally uninterrupted now we need. Anyhow we look up. We need water supply now the country 7 days a week, 24 hours around the clock. Unfortunately, what happened when Prince Philip, when the Duke of Edinburgh, where he began a saloon, a late wife, Saturday, November 25, 1961, where they go. In the afternoon, he began a Guma Valley, he go commission the Guma Valley. That 10 day when they commission Guma Valley, the population will be in a feature not to be like population, it was manageable. It was man, but then we politicians they now not sit down, they not sit down and come with the things. Say, let them say, you know what? Let we envision the fact that there's going to be a population growth now. So let we they undertake things away. For example, extending, changing the pipes and extending them. We extend the how they call up, the water supply and the place. Because as they look at now, the population boku, so they don't make no provision for that. And then the worst thing, people that they go, they build their houses and all of that thing. So the third thing where the pure administration for focus on the electricity, I would say that number one, the water supply, and the road maintenance inside Freetown. The road maintenance inside Freetown for also be a priority, for be something. Nowadays, then they surface the road them every now and then. We need forget, a good motorable roads that we able to carry it. Some of the things that what they see, it really not bode well. So, but all this will happen when you just rather you decide, say, you know what? In the focus on the citizens in the business. How you they focus on the citizens in the business? Then they see you. Like I say, I am not an APC. I've never believed in APC politics. But where credit they will give them, and without go give that credit to Shaka Stevens. It may come up with a policy. They call it meet the people talk. Once so often, they go upline, they meet with the people there. Once so often, they go meet with the people there. There's so much of pride. There is so much of joy and happiness. When they say, hey, you don't see the president Kaya today. People are glad they want to skin with the way you did it. Then they tell you, Pa, that this should go to. Pa, that this should go to. Because the thing is, you go to see them for yourself. You'll be seeing these things for yourself, as opposed to when they lock you up in a state house, then you ate Senegal, they can't tell you what they want you yeri. Then they can't tell you what you want yeri. Those things don't work good. By the time you face reality, when they face it, it's too late. It's too late. So do you me go advise just mother bio that you get less travel this time around outside the country, less travel. They get more travel inside the country. More travel inside the country and less travel outside. Yes, once on a while you go. It's very important. What's important now? The country is being represented. Yes, they find that the president, but with or without the president, the country will be represented. And that means some of we believe say the team where he put together, now competent men and women the way he put together. After all, we need to understand. See, anytime somebody go outside, they go represent the country. He's not only representing the country, but they personally represent the president also. If they go with what they call accreditation, if they get accreditation, if that person where they go, he speaks on behalf of the president also. they go with invoice and everything. So the advice to Smart Bill, please stay home now, focus now, begin to come out. They make the tour, make a tour. They go. One check, just go to this tour, go to that Sunday, go listen to the people there. You not get all the that one thing we get for make it very clear now. You Smart Bill not get all the solutions to the problem. We not go expect say all the problems will not take place, especially we taken from 07, where APC be the power say go, it will solve all of their problems. They know, but it will make concerted efforts them, where people then go see a tangible results them. It not necessarily get for attempt for solve all the problems. It's not possible. It's not possible because their problem they need a very monumental. But it can take 1 or 2 projects there. More say if me not be an advisor to Smart Bill, one thing I go tell her now. Hey, one, let me put so much emphasis on this electricity here, which we eyes on agriculture. We get land, say arable land. We get arable land. They body where they not free to where they do nothing, where they on this push. They because they don't get jobs. They feel say now way that for overcome the frustration there. Need not for let the order fit to and I mean fit on dirty so look like this flood or whatever we just come in this. Look the type of things where they say it take place now. Look the things and what they see for a capital city. When are the diplomatic headquarters for the country? When are the political headquarters for the country? When are they the political leadership there? They side there what they see is not good. Then they don't go attract investors there. So, like I say, I use this waiting up on Senegal, the way where the president celebrates the independence, the not only low key, but you go almost and say that it budget friendly because not see elaborate undertakings there. No, we don't see them. As a matter of fact, inside the state house, now they go do the thing. Always see the guard of honor, he come, inspector. We don't even see it now they make speech. But I tell they don't go back because he get pressing work there for go do. He get for finish, he get things then. Because himself waiting, they look at now time. Time now they look at time. And there's so much expected of him. So just like when you say elephant head not to picking there's so much expected of him. So you get for focus. Tell God the man will help away get the job, he not turn in back panel. He don't get a major job, then the prime minister and the place. So they go work as a team. They go understand say the people's business that they give for. Not for the gallivants and from pillar to post. No. The people's business. So again, as I go to the third part of the program, I want to share, I want to comment, I want to follow, but above all, again, I want to subscribe now the Kutubu Kuma and my YouTube page. I want to do that, please. The third one we can talk about now the nexus between the white man in way he look at power and the black man waiting at the black man in concept about power, how he look at power. The way the white man in look at power and how the black man look at. And would I take that as an example for lady case? Angela Merkel, we served for 16 years as Chancellor or Prime Minister of Germany. The woman, you know, below all that time what he did as Chancellor. Here, his husband, now apartment they don't hire nobody. We see yesterday they get calls for right about her. Now here, a man and he shape the work. If in a cook, a man they book, they do this. Not to forsake, they're not able to do that. They're at the same apartment with people there. So in other words, I bring Angela Merkel inside this. for sure say this kind of a vanity where we African leaders them, where the way where they see power, the way how they see power, now in the lead to them for engage in self-worshiping vanity. Now that made they go for the man. Anybody go imagine a former leader now a place of West Germany of all, where then I be the chancellor for 16 years. Chancellor. Now apartment indeed. Here a husband that in the shape the work. You know, I mean, when they ask her, well, why you know they hire people? Say, no, that's not it. They go drum. I mean, humility not go past standing. Waiting that go for show. Say the power where it be there. Now the people that they get the power. In order to be Lord and monarch. The power not gonna ahead. The power now on behalf of the people there. And of course, let nobody not underestimate Angela Merkel, one of the superb educated people there. She's highly in terms of academic antecedent. Now a superb intellectual. But within the constraints of all that, you see the simplicity. You see the simplicity, partner. You see the humility. The office not going ahead. We not see no pomposity. We not see any condescending elitism or dismissive culture. He live with his neighbors. Apartment, you at this one, apartment at the anyway, if there be African leaders now, houses upon houses, castles upon castles, and all not to forsake na money. That are the sad thing about that. The sad thing about that, are we African leaders, where they live very ostentatious and opulent lifestyles, where they far in excess of the legitimate earnings, whilst the ordinary citizens, where now on the shoulders and the wheel of the economy, the term, now then they stagger in abject poverty and unspeakable misery, whilst then they swim in fantastic and affluence and unprecedented cover. Now that you hardly they say the whole commission of inquiry into then wait people the way they lead country they into where they be their office waiting they do. Yeah, one of them can fall off the cliff. Like that fellow waiting at Germany, waiting at France, Sarkozy when they be sent go jail, for corruption. Yeah, one of them. But just in real cases, and anything can happen. But the African leaders are the miscellaneous collection of them. One way or the other, when they come on the office, the hala they the ending. Because when they embrace graft, greed, avarice, again, like I said, the very ostentatious and opulent lifestyle. And lifestyles and where they in excess of the legitimate earnings. This accounts for why the black man, the African people, they not want to come up on power. Now that the power to them is everything that define the humanity. Because of which they get it. Not to forsake that they use the power for help their fellow human beings. No. Like I say, they live, they live ostentatious and opulent lifestyle. Then they live when in excess, far in excess of which they get legitimate. So when you attempt for putting for commodity, now left and will take place. They go do everything possible for them in power, for remain in power. They go twist the constitution. They go do this. They go collude with the people that were in the elections office for letting school elections. They go get the courts them where they your job instead of they try for they on the side of the country and how the judge they on the side of the country. Then they make sure see the laws of the country are not tailored in any way where they meet the idiosyncrasies of leaders. The laws of the country get for everybody. Everybody. Now there is a simple dictum which says the law is no respect of anybody. The law not respect anybody. The law not respect anybody. Now you for respect the law. If anybody not believe, me fellow Sardinians within America, They will tell that say Donald Trump that cuts the knee. Anybody talk say that be former leader? No. Anybody talk say that statesman? No. If anything, people in the hope say they go even convict and then they send them go jail. That is society that where they thrive on the moral foundation of the rule of law, where nobody know they above the law, where nobody know they above the law. And like I don't repeatedly they talk. Repeatedly, I have said this. Repeatedly, I don't talk this word they are so. The office is the way people in the hold, not to divine right, not to, in a way called not to birthright, not to entitlement, not to an honor and privilege. The office is the way they hold. Now the citizens them get up. Now honor and privilege. And when that honor and privilege, where they give you for they in an office where you abuse them, yeah, what they call unintended consequences. And when the hammer they can't for them by you, it will be very, very fundamentally dishonest and morally bankrupt and totally unpatriotic for anybody they go talk say now witch hunt, they victimize we, they select we for injustice. This way they do now epistemic injustice now what they do. The law is no respecter, but waiting for happen, the laws therefore be applied uniformly across the board. They cannot afford for do in such a way that way they cherry pick a lemon drop, or that for face the baptism of fire after they don't commit infractions of principles. So again, this I will say that the majesty and glory, this what they talk about, the nation, any nation in advancement, not to election are just a minuscule part of the year. You need election for get people that in office. That make you need election. But the real democracy way they did when you you actions and your activities they dovetail the constitutional thinking of the place. Because any nation waiting defined as a nation, the rule of law where they serve as the ethical foundation, that the moral compass that inner the glue, that hold the nation together. That hold the nation. If law and order not there, then you guys not a nation. And how is this law and order? I make we get the third one, the court. Now the court, their own job, not to end their own job as we talk about. That for make sure say the laws are uniformly applied. They are being interpreted as they are. The job of the parliament now for make laws, for do investigations and hearings. The administration, also you get the president now for carry out waiting the laws and say on daily basis. So I can go to the third and final part of the broadcast again. I will again ask the action again for share, for follow, for comment, and above all, for una subscribe to the YouTube. Because what I want to do, John this, I want to come out now WhatsApp group. I really want to come on at the WhatsApp group because me personally, I know there's nothing where me they see that WhatsApp group where they of anything where I'll say, you know what? I tell God, thank you, I didn't actually. I don't know, you know the land. You expect say now a privilege who gets there for no use like a school without walls, but where people they can't you see this flagrant misuse and abuse is so endemic. This now the thing that we characterize with Sardinians. Everything with the misuse and with the abuse. That made me personally, I know it said somebody you go put something in that place. You know go say, well, look, this way put now so I know if you say it factual. Here are the reasons. Look at the corresponding reasons. This not jive with reality. This not, you know, they also have una go debate them. Una go debate them until you arrive at a solution. But when you come, you become very disagreeable. You resort to some kind of a conduct that were totally unacceptable. You become a narcissist in the place. It is either what you say or nothing. When people they try for challenge you, you settle opinion, then you resort to, on safe with other column, on parliamentary, language there, attacking people there. That totally, that makes some of you are really, really by God, your power. My friends in Guinea, we again proudly, we don't make me a journalist in Guinea. I tell I thank you for what I don't help me for grow this place. I tell God thank you. I tell Naboku thank you. Proudly, Kutubu now can say Kutubu na a journalist, mina a member of the Journalists Association at Guinea, because they don't give me the press badge. I get time. Proudly, I get time. In fact, one of them, they say, the next time they come for the way I do the program, and they make sure say now will be the logo, now will be the way I go send to them. Well, now I just believe say Kutubu Kuruma na an accredited journalist na Guinea. Waiting they happen there, and they know as soon as something they happen live, they hook me in. And my program what they do now is being translated in French as well as in Soso. Then they get time. I get people now, we don't tell me, sir, that I think they get French and Guinea. We say Guineans, and they say they're glad they wish they get somebody like Kutubu under because of waiting. But all this I will tell the French saying, now Guinea, especially Mr. Bangura, when I lead this fight here. I will tell Mr. Usman Bangura, Bokubo Kuteki Nai, now waiting in the sea Adidu, Nai lead the fight for convince in colleagues say we need for make Smaya part of we, let's be part of we. I tell God, thank you for that. The final broadcast now, or the final topic where they can't talk about, because we don't say I will scribe as much as I can, I know they go over 1 hour. You see, because I get to take it to cognizance, people that within Sadio, they megabytes, they don't get time for, let it 1 hour. I mean, it's too much. But nonetheless, we go. Well, the final talk that, as I will make the broadcast yesterday, elections, they can't take place at the Sadio Bar Association, where now, the corporate body of lawyers, because all lawyers belong to them. Now, you get you get 3 people then. We, Mara, Say Kamal, and Chuma Jabi, that they run, for the presidency. Now, we all they complain about how exponentially corrupt we judiciary is. We all they complain about the twisted judges that will get in the country. We all they complain about how today's Salion, justice there for the highest bidder. Would I get money, now you go get justice. We they see the Abu Clever, more service mentality where they go into. And we have more they suffer now, we where they oversee, where you get case, that mom say like you go and they get case. Once they no say now oversee it and they frustrate you. The lawyers then are me where sit down I can tell now I get people the way they send their cases to me. Now me place now I get a small section where I don't open when I complaints them against lawyers and judges them. I get a day. Now I can talk down them anyway because they do so with authority because they can say I know they talk from Mass Jupiter or whatever it is. And they talk from authority because of waiting people and they send to me the case file there where they sent to me about the corrupt judiciary and the corrupt lawyers then will get that the place. Now so the incoming president will come in administration. The law profession, now one of the most noble profession they call lawyers them, or the people that we find themselves in that kind of a discipline. Now they are the bastion of the constitutional liberties. Now them are the pillars. If they talk say one be an egalitarian and just society, we get for be one where find practical expression in law and order. And like you say, who that them are the people them, who that are the guarantors of the constitution and liberties in it. For example, that Salon, you had a year, they say lawyers they don't go to court, they put in an application in law, which they call habeas corpus in law. Or they go to court, something happen, you see, they go there and say, well, you know what? We define in law which they call amicus curiae, which in terms they mean one for bring the prisoner a directive to a habeas corpus now a directive to the governor of the prison for show up with the put that he hold let he hold up. That can go do that thing. Now lawyers can go do that thing because people they then jail where they don't hold them for minor. They don't spend years they day. That's it. We lawyers they know they do that. That's where they call friend of the court brief. Then they call amicus cure. They know they file and they know they go everything that money. And what's even bad about the money car? What's bad about that? You they see the conflict of interest where they you get one lawyer, they represent you in the same case, and then they represent the person where you have to get the case. All of this, you'll see where the case on the lawyer the test, so go to the judge, let the judge give you the judgment. No, then see enough what happen. Now, great ethical violation, Nandi. Great how they call a professional misconduct. A good number of them guys they within a salon where they claim saying a lawyer. I can tell anybody they will never be lawyer in this country also. All of them not go in law, they will be suspended like quitting. They will lose their law license. But Salon, the regulatory agency way for regulating the laws and conduct, we know they see nothing. Because their cries upon them and the talk see, and people that now me they look up to now. Now me this program here so. Now me they why they shame them. Now me they call their name them. Jara one. Where they not saying, the things on them. How we go there and that lawyers and they call that name, that loudspeaker every now and then. How can we not for the allow them to say it? So the appeal to the new president, because one of them people there, one of them ladies say, because either we regard for either Tuma Jabi or Say Kamal. One part in that the first task that for now undertake a radical reformation of the Bar Association in such a way that we go reflect respectability pattern. Let the lawyers say, let them understand John the talk that they're the bastion of the constitution and liberty, that they're the guarantors. But if they don't conduct, now one that will not go able, we not go able to record it. If they don't conduct now one, not to anything we'll write to them about which citizen then what the hell will now one they call themselves, lawyers. So the task for the incoming president when they don't hold the elections, that for now sanitize the place, that for clean the place, that for me hold themselves accountable. We not get the power for discipline with our colleagues and with ourselves. We not get the for let them suspend a lawyer, let them take a license in their hand for ethical violations. Now the only way this one will be get respectful now. The only way. But we not say it get for be business as usual. We not name them a loudspeaker. And like they talk now, the program. Well, as a matter of fact, the program the worldwide safe. Even if I don't be talking about Guinea. When I'm from Guinea now, if I then set up pick up the program, where they don't put me there. So I don't go be hesitant for expose any lawyer or any judge that I have. Now free speech. As long as I don't put anything by you, we go enjoy your reputation. Once the facts are there in black and white, I don't go get no compulsion going after a judge or a lawyer because we need for they do this. We as citizens, we need for sanitize the place. We need for the expose the lawyers and then join the day. We need for people are crying. Any nation, we can deal with a situation where you get a bad parliament. You're like go to get a solution. Very bad parliament, a greedy parliament, a parliament where all them, money, vote for all kind of benefits where citizens they suffer. Look what Abbas Mulu they can't get as retirement benefits. What you do, we go get that kind of money. Then where are the citizens? The citizens are complaining, but we're not going to tap for being even bag of rice don't go so. We don't get electricity. Where the sacrifice on that guy in the part. What you know? Okay, you know what? We give up. We want one more salary. We see what to go nothing. Before that, they want to take away the people. They're not all sucking blood. They suck the blood of the citizens. Them that the kind of people that gets there. They now become suckers and blood suckers them. Vampires them. And that they don't be. Money. Now I make somebody can, this man a doctor, this man a professor. But I tell you, turn around, you don't go join politics. When they go join politics, it's for the that the country hate. For the that the country hate. You turn around, you what you can go there, nothing. Nothing. Before that, it take from the people them, it impoverish them. So, like I say, the appeal to the incoming administration for the Bar Association, then therefore undertake a radical reformation at the place. Make sure they do everything possible for let them try and restore respect for them. Let them restore credibility for them. Let them return that kind of you know a pedestal. Let them go back to the status where they did, where you know citizens get a lot of respect for them. Because like I said in the final analysis, that then we fall back, that they will fall back. But we want then a situation where our rights have been violated, where things that we do with it, no go to court, no get justice. But as it is now, Salon, justice there for the highest bidder, would I get money, then go get justice. Would I get money, then go get justice, that's Salon. So again, I want to now thank you for another, you know, beautiful day who don't come. I want to now thank you for the program. I want to support the program. I want to I will always make sure say I come up with something who I would like. One of them days there, I will come up with a real lecture on I will come up with lecture on waiting the transition from Queen Elizabeth II to King Charles, the implication of that, the House of Windsor. But we will go back to King Edward V, King Edward V. That they will start. Where they look at Queen Elizabeth in record, how it come about. We go start from King George V. That they will start. They will bring her to King Charles III, because the reason why I say we will talk about this, I can give real lectures on this. King Charles III, they call it a placeholder. Now a placeholder, there is no chance say he will get for reign as long as Imama reign. You know, possible. Health challenges will be one. We even see now, you know, if well, we see that. So the real next sovereign when they come up. Now three people there. Where now the next people in that way they in line, the current Prince of Wales and Prince William, and then you picking Prince George, and India picking Princess Charlotte, where one day Nine will become the Princess Royal, where Nine will get for take over from Princess Anne, where he will not pass away. So I will come explain all the dynamics and I will come, you know, offer, you know, lectures and connecting. Not to alter when you talk about this Salon politics somewhere. We need for sometimes go outside and talk other things for make them the platform very interesting, you know, let people them with the candy. You know, like I say, I mean, I will go, but some other time I will come up with, you know, things in Ghana, Nigeria, because actually the politics, neo-political, how they call them more, the focus Salon, Nigeria and Ghana, you know, the politics, the foreign affairs, the national security, and all of them, they want to go to juxtapose them with which are the scenario, then with Britain and waiting at the city. So now Mio specialty then within the constraints of that, we'll talk about the rule of law, the importance of law, and you know, just you know, they heap things them here and there. So again, I want action for law now make this place here now your place. It's very important for law now make here now your place. I want law now help me let the place here grow. And this place here will grow. We will now subscribe to the YouTube platform, my YouTube. And also, as soon as the notification come out, you what you will do, you now come in the as soon as the notification come out, you come the support. We need for support, so until we come then finally this is why we say no talk about that blackout. You know the blackout na Salon took place in 1980. We don't know. You see, I make a glad idea at the main history. How that happened? the then governor, the way we did a Bank of Salon, Governor Sambangura, no, don't forget the APC under Shaka Stevens be host at OAU. He tried to, because he used the way Shaka Stevens will host OAU so that he will become, you know, the tertiary leader for Africa for that 1 year. So it therefore use all really resources. But the governor of Bank of Salon, Governor Bangura, said no. Now they the kata come up between here and Shaka Stevens. That refused way the governor refused that. And the next way and they say the governor he don't die. And now one thing we don't say, you know, they oppose you know, somebody like Shaka Stevens don't oppose them. But they will go talk about that. So now from 1980, that they but now we're not going to continue for make that as an excuse. So now that way we tell you just matter bio. You now need for correct that mistake the way APC do when they be about electricity in Salon. What you need for do this money we don't come this $292 million where you make sure that money is spent on bringing electricity where going to be sustainable. Because when they talk about technology, you know want bring people, the investors, you know want do this, you want electricity get for work, internet connectivity get for the water get for the streets and place get for the motorable, they get for drive day and all that say agriculture get for the people they get for eat and all that say you know, that way they hold down the cost of living. Again, I want to tell you about thanking and until I come back again. This is Nakutubu Koma. They wish you all very pleasant and blessed day.